Hello, today I'll be talking about Excadrill, the first dual-type ground Pokemon to have gained a typing upon evolution. If one doesn't count Alolan, Diglett, and Dugtrio as the 50th and 51st Pokemon respectively, Excadrill is also the first ground steel Pokemon in evolution. Otherwise, it's the only ground steel evolution introduced in Gen 5. One doesn't count Galarian Stunfisk as the 618th Pokemon. Excadrill is also the only ground steel Pokemon introduced in Gen 5. Otherwise, it's just the first ground steel Pokemon introduced in Gen 5. It's the only evolution of Drillbur who evolves at level 31. Its previous BYC dates are August 9th, 1997, May 30th, 2000, March 21st, 2003, January 9th, 2006, October 30th, 2008, August 21st, 2011, June 11th, 2014, April 1st, 2017, January 21st, 2020, and November 11th, 2022. Thanks to the anime that I've watched for this project, I must know Excadrill is one of the Pokemon of Iris, one of the main characters of the Gen 5 era of the anime, and Clay, one of the Unova gym leaders, respectively. I think Excadrill has a great design, and it represents its new steel type well, while also keeping elements of Drillbur. Anyway, let's get into the Bulbapedia article.
Hello and welcome to the Bulbapedia section of the video. Today we'll be talking about Excadrill, the subterrene Pokemon, whose number is 0530. This is what it looks like. Its type is Ground Steel, abilities Sand Rush or Sand Force. Mold Breakers, its inability. Gender ratio is 50-50, catch rate is 60 or 14.8%. Readings a group field, hatch time 20 cycles, height is 2'4" or 0.7 meters, weight is 89.1 pounds or 40.4 kilograms. Base experience yield is 178, loving raise medium fast, EV yield is 2 and attack, shape is that, footprint is that, Pokedex colors gray, and base friendship is 70. Excadrill is a dual type ground/steel Pokemon introduced in Gen 5. It evolves from Drillbur starting at level 31. Biology, Excadrill is a bipedal, mole-like Pokemon with a dark brown body with diagonal red splotches. 3 markings are on its front, resembling scratch marks with 2 under each arm and 2 on its back. It has short legs with small, narrow feet, each containing 3 toes. Its small, white face is long and thin, tipped by its pink nose. Its eyes are set back on either side of the bridge of the nose. Under them, on each side, are 2 thin red stripes. A large blade, roughly twice as large as its face, extends from its forehead. The top of the blade contains 2 smaller blades resembling fins. Its arms are thick and have 3 large blades instead of fingers, with 2 smaller blades on top of the middle ones. On its knees, halfway down its arm, and just behind where its forehead meets its face are small red spots. Due to its evolution, Excadrill's drill has turned into steel. Excadrill can straighten its entire body, allowing it to spin like a drill. It can cut through iron and steel plating, and it can dig at speeds of over 90 miles per hour, 150 kilometers per hour. Known as the Drill King, it uses its excellent digging abilities to build a complex network of tunnels for its nest at more than 300 feet, 100 meters below the surface. Excadrill folded into a drill shape. Its tunneling can be both beneficial and harmful to humans, as it can help workers with its swift digging prowess for tunnel construction, but it can be detrimental to underground structures such as subway tunnels. Evolution, Excadrill evolves from Drillbur, so Drillbur, Excadrill. Game data, NPC appearances, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Gates to Infinity. 4 Excadrill serve as several of the main antagonists under the guidance of Muna, who actively try to prevent the player from saving the world alongside Toxicroak, 2 Gigalith, and a Purugly. Pokedex entries in Gen 5, Black. It can help in tunnel construction. Its drill has evolved into steel strong enough to bore through iron plates. White. More than 300 feet below the surface, they build maze-like nests. Their activity can be destructive to subway tunnels. Black 2 and White 2. Forming a drill with its steel claws and head, it can bore through a steel plate, no matter how thick it is. In Gen 6, X is Black's entry, Y is White's entry, Omega Ruby is Black, and X's entry, and Alpha Sapphire is White and Y's entry. In Gen 8 Sword, it's not uncommon for tunnels that appear to have formed naturally to actually be a result of Excadrill's rampant digging. Shield, known as the Drill King, this Pokemon can tunnel through the terrain at speeds of over 90 miles per hour. In Gen 9, Scarlet's Black 2 and White 2's entry. Violet, its drill, which has evolved into steel, is strong enough to bore through iron plates. This Pokemon is a great help in tunnel construction. Excadrill in the Blueberry Pokedex. See how shiny the steel parts of its body are. Game locations. Side game locations. Stats, base stats. HP 110, attack 135, defense 60, special attack 50, special defense 65, speed 88 for a total of 508. Type effectiveness, damaged normally by ghost, grass, ice, and dark. Weak to fighting, ground, fire, and water, all for double. Immune to poison and electric. Resistant to normal, flying. Bug, steel, psychic, dragon, fairy for half, and rock for a fourth. Notes of this Pokemon is given a ring target. The effectiveness of poison and electric type moves will become a half and 1 respectively. So poison would go from 0 to a half, and electric would go from 0 to 1. Prior to Gen 6, the effectiveness of dark type and ghost type moves was half. So they both went from half to 1. Learn step by leveling up. We'll start with its Evo here and go down to 31. Upon evolution, it gets Horn Drill, 34 Dig, 40 Swords Dance, 46 Drill Run, 52 Earthquake, and 58 Fissure. By TM, we're skipping. By breeding, we're skipping. Nothing by prior evolution. Side game data, you got all this. Pokepark 2 wanders beyond in the Pokepark bed entry. He likes the texture of the soil in the Arbor area. He wants to let Drillbur in the Cove area know about the soil. Got all this. Evolution data, Drillbur, level 31, Excadrill. Sprites, so darker colors, of course, that makes sense. And then, that's fun. So it's sort of red and blue, so it's got the blue kind of markings, like how Drillbur's has its sort of blue markings, and was also opposite kind of colors to Excadrill. That's fun. Gen 6. Get the lighter colors in the models, of course. See how shiny the steel is. That's fun. And then Gen 7. Got lighter colors, particularly for the steel parts. But that seems to be the main difference. Gen 8, you get the much better models, of course. Homes, get these models. Animation. Excadrill in Pokemon Journeys, the series. Iris's Excadrill's the big one. Clay's Excadrill's another big one. Pokedex entries. I already recorded this first one in the anime section, so we'll let Ash's Pokedex read it.
Excadrill, the subterranean Pokemon and the evolved form of Drillbur. Excadrill can dig maze-like underground tunnels for over 100 meters and is powerful enough to cut through thick iron plates using its steel claws.
In Journeys, episode 117, in Go's Rotom Phone, Excadrill, the subterranean Pokemon, a ground and steel type. It is also called the Drill King. Excadrill can dig through the ground at over 90 miles per hour. Got this. Excadrill in Pokemon Generations. Got this. In the manga. Excadrill in Pokemon Adventures. The TCG. Trivia, Excadrill's base HP stat is the same value as the HP of its first TCG counterpart. In early promotional videos for Black and White, Excadrill had mirrored markings on its midsection and a different body color scheme. So a screenshot depicting Excadrill's earlier design. Excadrill is the only Pokemon that is able to learn more than one-hit knockout move by leveling up. Horn Drill and Fissure. Origin, Excadrill seems to be based on a mole, though it also shares characteristics with digging tools such as shovels and drills. When it is folded up, the spikes on its claws and horn give it a resemblance to the drill of a road header, a mining vehicle used to bore tunnels underground. May also be based on subterranean drilling vehicles, sometimes called battle moles, as suggested by its English category. Name origin, Excadrill may be a combination of excavate and drill. Doryuza may be a combination of Doryu, drill, Doryu, mole, and Uza, spiral or swirl. Now the languages, related articles, external links, let's move on.
Now let's watch Excadrill's first scene in the anime.
Hello and welcome to the anime portion of the video. Today we are watching episode 666, The Bloom Was on Exu. In this episode, Ash Ketchum, the main character, and traveling companions, Iris and Silent, as well as his faithful Pokemon Pikachu, have encountered a Scolopod that has gotten Exu stuck in its horns, and it's starting to rampage, so Iris has sent out her Excadrill to stop it. it Excadrill? I would say that is Excadrill's first in the anime. Let's move on.
Now let's see why other people love Excadrill. Now let's look at fan art.
Hello and welcome to the fan art section of the video. Nobody sent in fan art, so instead we're looking at DeviantArt fan art. For those of you who aren't familiar with the series, what we do is we go through these images until we find an image that doesn't contain an Excadrill. This is Excadrill used Metal Claw by Sai Muri. This very well done image of Excadrill using Metal Claw. Yeah, very well done. This is Art Fight 2025, Labyrinth the Excadrill by Calyx the Fox. It's interesting. Excadrill here. It says Labyrinth, yeah. It's like armor and like got an armband and stuff. Very interesting. This is 0530 Excadrill by Aaron Tiger Tier. This AI image of a more realistic Excadrill, I guess. This doesn't contain an Excadrill, so we'll move on.
Thanks to everyone who submitted fan art. Tomorrow I'll be talking about Autono. As always, this is my proper outfit. I'll see you tomorrow.